Merry Christmas. I'm Brian Chrisman from Heart of the Bride Ministries. And as we approach the Christmas season and the end of the year, it's a good time for us to reflect on what God has done over the last year. And we have seen God do some incredible things in the lives of the children that we serve around the world. And so we'd like to share some of those stories with you and invite you to celebrate with us what He has done this year. If you'll click the link below if you're getting this by email, or simply navigate to heartofthebride.org/stories, then you'll get to read about some of the things that God has done through our missionaries and our partners this year. You'll read about the girls that we've rescued from the streets of Kitwe, Zambia, as well as the vision for the new program for over 18 boys on the streets there. You'll read about kids from some of the poorest slums in India now entering college and breaking the cycle of poverty in their families for the first time in generations. You'll read about kids from some of the poorest areas of Haiti who are now graduating trade school and entering life to live godly lives. You'll read about how we've been able to serve over 500 children in crisis and their families here on the Gulf Coast in just the last year alone. And you'll also read the incredible story of how my wife and one of our U.S. staff members were able to be personally involved in the rescue of one of our girls in Kenya who found herself in a bad situation. And what that story reminds us of is that these are God's children. He loves them way more than even we could, and He's already involved in their rescue and inviting us to be a part of it. And we'd like to invite you to be a part of their rescue as well, and even in a greater way in 2023. You see, as we go into 2023, we have increased opportunity. God is showing us new ministries and new ways to reach kids around the world, but that comes with new cost because they're new ministries and new challenges. But we also see that prices are dramatically increasing around the world. In just the budget process over the last few months, we faced just some of the simple challenges of increased in cost, and some of your simple staple goods in Haiti and Zambia like chickens and rice and beans and grain have doubled and sometimes more than doubled in price. And of course, fuel costs are rising around the world, and electricity in Zambia has now tripled in price in the last year. So these are unique challenges going into 2023, and we want to invite you to help us meet those challenges so that we can serve vulnerable children around the world and bring them the gospel of Jesus Christ. Some of you engage in end-of-the-year giving, and we invite that. In fact, we welcome it. End-of-the-year giving helps us finish the year well and sets us up for the new year. But we also want to ask you to do something maybe a bit different this year, and that is pray and ask God what He would have you give in 2023 to meet the lives of vulnerable children around the world. We'd like to ask you to be intentional, to pray and ask God to show you what you're going to give and what He'd have you give, and then commit to that. To help you with that, we're going to launch a new program the second week of January that will help you be more intentional about praying, giving, and sharing our cause. We're very excited about this, so be on the lookout for it. It's not just another giving campaign. It's going to be a way for us to actually engage more and be more intentional in sharing with you about what God is doing around the world and invite you into some of those stories with us even as they're happening. So we hope and pray that you'll be a part of that, and that between now and then you'll be praying about what God would have you do in the new year. And in the meantime, of course, we wish you a very Merry Christmas. And we hope and pray that you'll have time to stop and reflect on what this time of year means and celebrate the great gift that God gave through us when He sent His Son, Jesus Christ. And we wish you a very happy and blessed new year.